Hey guys, Teach FM here, and welcome back to the Fergie Way. Since the last episode, we have had our regen intake, and I have to say, with all our massive infrastructure, we've got the best training facilities available. Why do I feel like someone's just left a pile of dog shit on my doorstep? Yep, so nothing to see here guys, all the youth intakes, load of crap, the best one was average, absolute best, so we're not going to delve any deeper into that. Of course, because the regen date has been and gone, we have got a load more regens entering the game. I have started scouting who I want to scout. Picked up this guy, or trying to pick up this guy, but I'm not going to go into the detail with him too much yet. What I'll do is I'll wait till I sign a handful of them. We'll have a look at them then, look at where we can deploy them in the youth team, and possibly, of course, loan them out to try and gain them more experience. The reason I'm on this screen, though, is because the board have outlined their initial budgets for the coming season, and check that out. £181 million. Now, of course, this is on the strength of me spending zero cash monies in this first season, so it has been butted up along with the money that I already have. But with £181 million, as much as I'm not really one for going out and spending big on players, I definitely think that we should be looking to add a couple of world-class players to the squad in the off-season. So, in the comments section, any guys you suggest to fit into the team, hit them down there, we'll discuss them on the comments, and then maybe we will buy them going forward. So what we will do now is we'll just take a look at the games that have happened since the last episode and we'll see how we got on. So in the last episode, we obviously had the Manchester derby. We managed to beat City 3-0, fucking get in there. And then we had to go and play in the Europa League. Now, when I played Inter Milan in the first knockout stages of the Europa League, I was bitten. I played all the kids. We took a defeat in the first leg and very, very nearly put us out in the second leg because of that decision. So what I did this time round was, I played one or two, likes of Twinzabi. Now he's actually coming into his own. I would class him very much more of a first team player rather than a youngster. And Fosu Mensah again, he's playing very much like a first team member, but I'm still trying to carry on with a little bit of youth with Sean Williams coming off the bench. And as you can see guys, against Bilbao, we absolutely destroyed them. We beat them 5-0. Fosu Mensah getting a brace, which was fantastic. Paul Pogba getting 2 goals, coming off the bench and getting them. And Martial adding to the scoreline. Ran out 5-0 winners. A good result. And yeah, that was that. Then we only had one more game left to play before we came into this episode, and that was against Southampton at Old Trafford. As you can see, we absolutely destroyed them. 29 shots, only 10 of them on target, so I'm not liking that. I don't like the shot count to be so high. I'd rather have 11 shots and 10 on target across a whole game, but hey ho. 62% possession. We beat them 3-0. They had Jordi Classy sent off in the 54th minute with Martial grabbing 1 and Zlatan Ibrahimovic getting 2, who's really come into his own towards the end of the season when we've needed him. Just as Martial's form sort of started to die off, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is here, picking up all the pieces. A great result to be had. We look at the squad and the way they played. It wasn't exactly the best outing for the Red Devils. However, we took the win. Fosu Mensah there playing yet again. Twinzabi trying to cement himself a place in the first team. Do bear in mind now that we had both Phil Jones and Smalling who have both made mistakes lately. None of them have featured in the first team since and probably won't in today's episode. So on that note, what we'll do is we'll go over to the match day and we'll take it from there. So we're going to match day, guys, and we are obviously clear favourites, having been 5-0 up from the first leg. We're 4-5 favourites. We're playing at Old Trafford with Bilbao at 3-1. Key men come in the way of Juan Mata for United, who is starting today in place of Henrik Mkhitaryan, who started the last 2 games, and then they have San Jose as their key man. So, going into the lineups, guys, we do have Romero in goal with Luke Shaw coming in at left back. We have Sean Williams and Twinzabi playing at centre back and Fosu Mensah filling in the right back for the suspended Darmian. We have Pogba playing as the advanced playmaker with Schneiderlin playing the defensive role in midfield and Herrera bringing the support. Juan Mata, as I say, comes in the central and the attack midfielder Trequartista role, replacing Mkhitaryan. And up top we have Burkhardt and Marcus Rashford. One thing I will say is obviously being 5-0 up, I've tried to bring in some players who need a little bit of freshening up, shall we say. So with Sean Williams lacking a bit of sharpness, Rashford is actually lacking a lot of match sharpness, and Burkhardt a little bit of match sharpness as well. And the starting lineup for Bilbao is Iriozes in net. It's Balanzagia, murdered that name. At left back, Laporte, Exterita, and Marcos in their defence. Then they have Bernat and San Jose as the defensive midfielders. Meunier playing out on the left and Raul Garcia on the right. Anactexe and Adruis up top. Probably murdered a right load of names there. For anyone who's Spanish, I mean, no offence, but some of those names are fucking well out there. So we'll move on to Roy Keane and we'll apply his opposition instructions. Only a couple of hard tackles going in there today. I don't see any players that are carrying injury, so I won't change anything there. We'll just move straight on to the team talk. So yeah, tell them to go out and prove a point. However, one thing I will do is I will speak to some of these youngsters and just let them know that there's no pressure, you know. Just let them play their game naturally. Rashawn Williams is another one who's actually wearing the captain's armband today on the hope that it might, spur him on a little bit. And go out, play your natural game, and we'll get straight onto the game. So season's coming to not an end, but we're certainly getting into the business end of the season now, guys. I will be bunching the games up a little bit more together, so there'll be less gaps between the episodes. I'm hoping you enjoy that. If not, hit me in the comments. I can change it up. I can work it whichever way you guys want to see it. But I just thought it'd be more important as we're going into the close season not to miss many of these Europe ties, not to miss many of the important games that are going into with the likes of the big teams in the Premier League. Of course, we have a lot of away games with those guys, so I do expect to drop some points. And yeah, so the season's gone quite well. I have mentioned this before, but what I would like, if anyone has any ideas for a series going forward, or if you want to keep watching this series, just some general feedback from you guys in the comment section would be fantastic. Just help me along with the channel. And yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just do a bit of commentary now. We're in the 15th minute. We are dominating the game. We expected to see that. And the only thing I will say is I'm not expecting any huge scorelines, playing a lot of the youngsters. Marcus Rashford was literally, he's running on 58% match sharpness. I've played him tonight on the hope that we can gain a little bit of sharpness for him so that we can use him in the tail end of the season, because he has missed a lot of the season due to injuries. It's Fosu Mensah now playing right back today with Pogba in the middle. It's Herrera across to Mata, back to Herrera. It's Rashford, Pogba. Nishan hits one from distance. It's a great save though. It's pushed out and well defended. It's Fosu Mensah now. He's pushing out on the right to Rashford. Rashford's got two men ahead of him, plays it to Pogba. Mata into Nishan, hits one straight at the keeper. Nishan does well, gets into positions, but that'll be half time, guys. I'm going to try and encourage them, as Roy Keane says up there. So what we will say is, once again, the media. Yep, that's brought a couple of greens, and Burkhart's playing a 6.4, but he's had a couple of decent chances. Just let him know that I still have faith in him. Yeah, there we go. He's gone green again. And anyone else? Marcus Rashford, once again. If you look here at his match sharpness, it's climbing from the game today. So we'll just assertively tell him that. No, we'll calmly tell him that we have faith in him. There we go. Looks happy. On with the second half. So it's Pogba now. Out to Nishan. Nishan's had to go backwards. This is the first highlight, guys. I never expect much from the first highlight unless I'm going to eat my words. Nope, there we go. It's been done, gone. It's Meunier now. One thing I don't want to do is I don't really want to suffer a loss. We're going to go through, unless they're going to go ahead and score 5 in this half. God forbid. But I don't want to suffer the loss, so I am watching carefully. I have a star-studded lineup on the bench today, and Romero keeps them out. I have a star-studded lineup on the bench. I will bring on reinforcements if I have to, but I would even be happy with just nicking a 1-0. Give them a bit of a team talk, tell them that we want a bit more from them, and sod's law, while I'm doing that, Paul Pogba's come up, struck a goal. Let's have a look at the replay. So here we go. It was Mata from the free kick. It was played across. Bit of a clusterfuck in the area. Ball lands down at Pogba's feet, levs it in the back of the net, and at least I didn't put any screens in the way of that. We'll take the 1-0 lead. Pogba's been one of those things this year. He's been a marvel when he's played well, but one thing I've found when I'm playing the 4-4-2 flat formation is he struggles for fitness. He needs a three men in the middle to be given the freedom to not have to run around. I've found that when it's save Romero. I found that when we're playing a 4-4-2, He has to do a lot of running, of course. He's up, he's down, he's up, he's down, he's up, running around the pitch. And you get to around the 55th minute and he's absolutely crackered. I mean, he's just ruined. And you end up having to bring him off the pitch. But when I'm playing a 5-man midfield and I have all these guys, well, more of a 4-man midfield, should I say, but they're all sat in the middle with him, it affords him the freedom to maybe be a touch lazier without sounding too harsh. And it gives him, I mean, we look at him now, he's running on 76% fitness. It has been known where he's been in the 60s at this point when we're playing a 4-4-2. So this formation is playing into his hands. And what we will do is we will make a couple of changes. We'll take off Matt and we'll bring on Callum Gribbin. He's 76% fitness. It's not the best, but again, I'm trying to use this match to try and bring some fitness back to the players, try and give them some game time. We will also give Luke Shaw a touch of a rest, and we will bring Herrera off shortly, I think. But we'll just see how we're going to do that. As the ball's played out, it's Shaw now, it's Fossey Mensah, Twins Derby. Twins Derby has been great this season. He's done really well. He's progressed so much, almost to the point now where he's fitting himself into that first team perfectly. It's Nishan now, out to Schneiderlin. Herrera, United trying to press forward here as Gribbin plays it to Rashford. Rashford's tried to turn, he's put one over the bar. Again, very unfit Rashford at the moment, but I'm trying to bring him in towards the tail end of the season. There's going to be a lot of games, a lot of fixtures. It's Herrera now to Pogba. Pogba's tried hitting one from distance, foolishly so. And Herrera now. Pogba, Gribbin, Rashford stuck, has the ball took off him. And we expect that. Lacking that sharpness, as we've said. But 10 minutes to go now, guys. I've got Mkhitaryan on for Herrera. Wouldn't normally play in the centre of the park, but we'll just bring him on just for the last few minutes just to try and give Herrera a little bit of a rest. He was down in the 60s on his condition. Not something I'm really that comfortable with, but we'll see how he does. There's Rico now. Estundo out to Williams on the left wing. He's trying to cut inside. Twins Derby takes the ball off him. It was the last kick of the game. We're through to the next round of the Europa League. We will congratulate the team because they did a good job. Very happy with the result and the way they played. We had Nishan playing a 6.4 here. We will tell him that he did well out there because we don't want him walking away with his tail between his legs, not being happy. Of course, Pogba did play very well. And again, very happy with his performance. And what we'll do, guys, is the draw is coming up and we'll come back for the draw. And we will see who we get in the next round. So guys, here we are, Europa League draw. We can see at the bottom of the screen here, CSKA Moscow, we have Feyenoord ourselves, Villarreal, Copenhagen, Fiorentina, Southampton and West Ham. I'll be brutally honest, I'll happily take any of them. In fact, looking at the teams that are left, this should be a competition that we can win. So we'll draw it out, we'll draw all teams. If we have a look here, we do get Fiorentina with the first game being away. So on that note, we'll go take a look at the schedule and see what the live comms/live comms will be in the next episode. So guys, looking at the schedule and the way it compacts itself now as we head towards the tail end of the season, I think what we'll do is we will come back for the Fiorentina away leg, the first leg of the Europa League quarter-final. We'll just do one live com in the next episode because I can see it's going to get very, very busy as we get towards the tail end of the season with the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea all sat there with away fixtures. In fact, if you look at our final run in the Premier League, we only have one home fixture in the last 5 games, so it's certainly going to get interesting. I don't expect to lose the league. I have a 12-point gap right now. However, you never know in football. In the next episode, we may also have some information on some of the regens I'm looking to pick up or possibly already even bought. So yeah, I hope you join me for that one. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, hit the like button. Once again, any feedback, drop it in the comments section or hit me up on Twitter. And on that note, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Catch you later.